friends, welcome to our Utsuk YouTube channel. So in this video tutorial, I'm gonna show you how you can host your Django project or Python project in online server. So using the Himalayan hosting server, I have purchased my domain. So in that domain, I'm gonna host my entire project and I'll show you how you can make your project live. So let's begin. So at first, let's see the project concept in localhost at first. So I have one project here named khulasiksha_project. So let's run this program at first in localhost. So I have run this program using python manage.py run server. So in Chrome browser, I'll be using localhost 8000. So this project now is running in our localhost. So it's in localhost of my computer. So I'm gonna live this project. So here is one simple template, and I have implemented the login and sign up functionality using Django auth login. So this is the simple form where you can log in and register. So I have even implemented the Facebook and Gmail login. So let's see, I'll first Gmail sign up here. So it's successfully logged in using the Gmail account. So same project I'm gonna host in my online server. So let's log out. And for the hosting, let's move to the cPanel. So here is the cPanel account and give your password. So before checking this, I have the domain as khulasiksha. So it's now forbidden. It has no any project here. So at first, let's upload our project. Move to the cPanel and go to the file manager. And before uploading, zip this project. Now you can upload. Go to this home panel and upload here. Select the file that you want to upload. This is my project I want to upload, that is khulasiksha_project. As it's successfully uploaded, now go back to the home panel. Now you can see this as this is the zip file. So we need to extract here at first, extract here, and you need to extract in the same home directory. So leave as it is. So after extracting, you can see this in a folder. So I'll remove this so that no any confusion occurs. Let's delete this. Now our project has been uploaded to the cPanel. So we need to work around with the database as well. So in this project, I have used MySQL database. So at first, let's work around with the database. So let's move to the cPanel. Here you can choose MySQL database here in database, and you can give database name as khulasiksha. Okay, let's give this, and you simply create your database at first. So database khulasi_khulasiksha has been successfully added. So let's go back, and now we need to add the user. So in order to add the user, you need to create a user at first. Let's say I'll make a user as khulasi_khula. So give your password of your database. You need to remember this database password because we have to configure this in our settings.py as well. So I'll give one password here. You need to give same this password in our setting.py that I'll be showing you how to configure that part as well. So at first, let's create the user. So we have successfully created the user. So we have successfully added our database, and now we need to give privilege to the user. The user that we have created as this one. So we need to add this user and give the privilege. So in order to add, you need to go here, give your username, and let's add this. Now you need to give privilege of this. Let's give all the privileges, make changes. Now in cPanel, moving on to the database, you can see the user has been successfully added, this user, and this is your database name. So this is the username, and you need to remember the password that we have given previously. So we have successfully created the database and this one. So in the settings.py, in this project, inside project, we have settings.py. So you need to configure here username and password in the database section. So let's give here name as database name that we have here. This one is our database name. Let's copy this and let's paste it here. Now you need to leave this host and port section as it is, and in the user we need to give the username that we have created. This one is our username. Let's copy this and now let's paste it here. Okay, let's make this, and you need to give here password that we have used while creating your database. So I have given the username, password, and our database name. Let's save this at first. Now close this. Now the database configuration has been successfully completed, and now we need to configure the Python app. That is, moving into the software part, here we have set up Python app. So we need to set up one Python app for our project. So let's move here and let's create one application. So here choose the Python version. So I'll be choosing 3.7.8. So give your project name here. As our project name is here, I've shown this before. This is the project name, Khula Shiksha _ project. So I'll be giving same name here, Khula Shiksha _ project. So let's leave as it is. So here it automatically creates the WSGI file, and here is one application object is created. So if we press create, it will automatically create one application, and we will be provided one virtual environment directory. So this application is successfully created. So here we have virtual environment directory, and this is our startup file, and the application is the object that it has created. So let's copy this virtual environment directory. Just click in this, it will be automatically copied. And moving into the cPanel here, go to the terminal. We can find in this part advanced terminal. So paste that directory here. Let's paste this and hit enter. Now in this environment, you have to install the Django. So while installing the Django, you have to configure the version as well. So in my project, I have used Django version 2.2. So I'll be installing pip install Django 2.2. So I have given a specific version of the Django. So you also need to configure the specific version that you are using in your project. So let's enter this. Now it will install the Django version 2.2 in our virtual environment. By doing this, we have successfully installed the Django application, but still we haven't configured all the requirements that we need in our project. I have to install some of the libraries like pip install Pillow, and another is Django Crispy Form. Crispy Forms. So you can even look these requirements in requirement.txt. So you can generate the requirement.txt file as well of your project, and install MySQL client, as I am using MySQL as a database. MySQL client, and the final one is that social auth app for using the Google and Facebook login. I have installed social auth app, that is pip install Django all auth. Oh, it's saying mistake, sorry. Let's install this again. Django crispy form. Django crispy form. So here it's a problem of all auth as well. So it's a Django all auth. This one here. So we have installed all the requirements that we need in our project, and we have also installed the Django. So it's giving it works Python 3.78. So whenever we create that application here, Python application, so it creates one file here in our project, that is this passenger_wsgi.py, and it even create one virtual environment for our project that is inside this. Now we need to configure this WSGI file, that is passenger_WSGI file. So now it's showing this it works Python 3.7.8. This is showing from this file as it's in passenger WSGI. You can see this. It works Python and this version. So if we change this, so let's edit the application. So it works now. I'll do this. So save change. So now you can see it's working. So now we need to configure the WSGI file. So before moving into that part, let's create a database table here at first. In this part, we have successfully configured the database part, but we haven't created the database table. So using python manage.py make migrations and migrate, we want to create the table of a database. So moving into this terminal part. So in order to go to the terminal, again we need this virtual environment directory. You can move in this application, and here we have the application created for our project. So you need to edit this, and you can get the directory link from here. So you copy it. Now move to the terminal again. So let's paste it out here. So let's make migration and migrate. So let's migrate. So our migration has been successfully operated. Now if you see our database table here as in PHP MyAdmin, you can see here as this is our table, and inside this we have created the table. So this is our database configuration part. Now we need to configure the WSGI file here inside this, and inside this we need to edit our application. So let's comment out this part. You can even remove it. I'm keeping this code in a comment section, and it does not work as in comment. So here you need to import your application, that is project name. Our project name is KhulaShiksha_project. So from KhulaShiksha_project .wsgi import application. Let's save changes this. So what it actually does is, from our project WSGI, we have import the application. So let me show you what that means. So inside our project, here is one WSGI part. So let's edit this, what inside it to see. So yeah, here is the application object. So we have imported this application object using the WSGI part here from KhulaShiksha_project.wsgi import application. So using this, we have imported all our project application using this import functionality. So let's save change, close it. So after that, you need to restart your application here, move into the Python setup app here again, and here what you need to do is just restart your application. And now if you hit enter, it will reload the application. It's still showing the some of the error here because we haven't configured the allowed hosts. So we need to configure this allowed host as well in our settings.py. That means we need to give our domain name in allowed host section. So let's move to the settings.py here, edit it, and now you need to give the allowed host here. As I will zoom this little bit. So here you need to give as khulasiksha.com and comma www.khulasiksha.com. So you need to configure your domain name here, and let's save change it. Let's close this, and now you need to restart your application again. As I'll go to this section and restart my application again. So if you hit again here, yeah, it's working fine. So we have successfully uploaded our project here. So let's cross this out again, and you need to see it's hosted on here. So it's working fine. So this is our website that we have hosted successfully. Now if you guys are having problem with their CSS file, that it's not loading here or something, mess around with the CSS or bootstrap file, what you guys need to do is just you need to upload your static and media section file. That inside our project, here is one static here, and this one you need to move to the public HTML. So at first let's move to the root directory, that is home, and inside this we need to move the static file inside the public HTML. So it is recommended to upload your all the static and CSS or media files inside the public HTML. And now if you reload this again, it's even working. Let's see it's even working the login or register or not. You can see this, it's working fine. So let me log in with the Gmail once again. It's successfully being logged in, it's working fine. So let's check with the Facebook login as well, as it's working fine. So you can even sign up your account here, or you can simply log in using your Facebook or Gmail. So this was our project that needs to be uploaded in our online server using our cPanel. So if you have any confusion regarding the Django hosting, you can feel free to comment in our comment section. This much for the today's video tutorial regarding the Django hosting in online server. I hope you have understood how to configure your database in Django, and I hope you have understood how you can use your cPanel to host the Django project in online server. So thank you.